How's everybody doing? My name's Betchman and welcome back. It has been a while. It has been quite a while since we've done any videos on the channel. Life has kind of gotten away. There's been a lot of things going on within life that kind of took away from making videos or even having any kind of time whatsoever to make videos. Also, the last regulation with Regulation G, I did not enjoy. So, with that all being said, I do not know how often videos will be uploaded, but I'm very excited to start uploading videos again. I'm having a lot of fun, a lot of fun in Regulation H. I honestly think this is probably one of the best regulations we've ever had in competitive play, so I'm very excited to start posting videos and even to showcase my team I've been using. This team, -1 change, is something I've been using basically since the start of Reg H. The first rendition, it was something that I just randomly saw on Limitless, thought it would be fun to use, and funny enough, it actually was able to get me a win in a cup. In the GC, I was able to get top 100, or actually 100th place exactly. So also apologize for any of the noises in the back with the animals that don't care if I'm recording or not. So without further ado, I'm going to showcase this team. I call it Spam 2.0. It's going to basically be fast spam, or size spam, if you know what that is, featuring some interesting Pokemon on the team with our Chaladon and Power Herb. You'll understand why in a little bit. Life Orb, Delphox, Eviolite Murkrow. We have Psychic Seed on the Sneasler, who has easily become my favorite Pokemon of Reg H. It is way too much fun. Dire Claw, amazing move 50% of the time. It works all the time. We got Male Indeedee, which I know throws a lot of people off when they see it with the Focus Sash. And then to round it out, we have Choice Band Dragapult. The first rendition was actually Mouse Hold in the beginning. Liked it, but there's a lot of ghost types that kind of like counteract making Mouse actually work, even though I really like using it. Also tried a rendition of this team with Pelipper to be able to have a second weather setter, and also to be able to have like wide guard protection. So I've run it a couple different times. I'm now running it with Dragapult. It feels really good with Dragapult, so we're just going to get into it. We're going to see how we do. You can see we've put in a lot of battles so far for this month in general with testing, especially with the global challenge that happened recently. I was very happy with how the team performed, getting 100th place exactly. I think we finished at 30 wins and 11 losses, so definitely the best finish I've done. But we're getting right into it. See what our opponent has. Just like it's going to be hard Trick Room with... Let's see, we got Dusclops, we got Dragonite, we got our Chaladon, we have Mousehold, Female Indeedee, and Ursaluna. So, fun fact this team is that Indeedee has Imprison. Imprison is a hilarious move where if we share any moves, it's going to prevent them from using it. So against an opposing Indeedee or opposing Trick Room user, completely negates anything they're going to do. In this sense, I'm not really sure what they're wanting to do here. I can easily just go Indeedee. I think at that point, the best thing for me to do is to go... I can go Indeedee with Sneasler and then try to predict the Terra. I think it's probably the best thing for me to do is to go Sneasler and Indeedee. I can block out the Trick Room. After that, I feel like if I really want to have some damage, I have Dragapult in the back. Delphox does a lot, especially with expanding Force Down. Our Chaladon could be good, but I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to bring Delphox just to have just a mad powerhouse sitting in the back. Hopefully, he doesn't lead with Mousehold. If he leads with Mousehold, that's going to be kind of problematic, because most likely it's going to have Pop Bomb. I do outspeed it, but if it's going to go for Indeedee, which most likely it's going to go for Indeedee, that would be a problem. But he doesn't start with it, which is great. We see Dragonite on the field with Dusclops. Dusclops probably can't do any damage whatsoever to Indeedee, which is great. And we're just going to go for Imprison. And we could potentially just go for Dragonite here and just do damage to Dragonite. He's going to see we have the Focus Sash, so he's most likely going to focus down Indeedee. So we could fish for a Dire Claw if we really wanted to. I have a feeling he's going to most likely go for Ice Spinner. That would be my guess. I really don't think that Dusclops has anything that I should worry about, so I'm just gonna go... He could go Terra Blast, but we're just gonna fish for it. He doesn't, so we're in the clear there. He's not multi-scale, and we don't get any luck there. We do Imprison. He goes Stomping Tantrum instead, so actually I lose Sneasler. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the greatest thing in the world. But we get to bring Delphox in and just go for Psy Spam at this point. Can't use Trick Room, so from here on out, we're just going to Psy Spam. He's got nothing to stop it. He could go Dark Terra, which most likely it's going to be Dark Terra on Dusclops, which is totally fine. But nobody on his team wants to be taking double Expanding Force. And if he doesn't Terra the Dusclops, if he does Terra the Dusclops, we also are Terra fighting Delphox, and we have Terra Blast, so we can get rid of that. So we'll see what he does. He is going to withdraw the Dragonite. He does not want to waste it. It could be something like his Indeedee that's not going to take as much damage. It is going to be his Indeedee, which is totally fine. And we are going to see the Terra come out from his Dusclops. So his Indeedee is going to take 2 Expanding Forces, which it's not going to like. It's probably Dark, which I figured it's going to be Dark Terra. It's totally fine. He can't do any damage to Indeedee, which is really nice. However, he can do damage with probably Nightshade would be my guess onto my Delphox. Okay, that doesn't really do much. But we're going to get double damage. It's totally fine. Indeedee does a little bit more of a crit, which was very nice to have. There is Nightshade, but it doesn't do anything to Indeedee. So maybe he was expecting... I'm not sure what he was expecting, to be honest. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to Imprison again, and I'm going to... Well, actually... We're just going to double into Indeedee. We're going to go Heat Wave. I don't want to Terra yet. Not yet. Just in the chance of something weird happening and he goes for Dazzling Gleam and I take unnecessary damage, I really do not want to deal with that. In the chance that Heat Wave doesn't land. Probably shouldn't have spoke that into existence, but see what our opponent does. We've got him at a pretty good spot. He just goes for Follow Me. That's totally fine. Heat Wave does connect on both. Takes out Indeedee, so goodbye. The longer we can keep this Dusclops on the field, the better, because it can't do anything. Right now, I think he's trying to whittle down the Psychic Terrain. Now he goes into the correct slot. I'm not sure why he targeted Indeedee to begin with. If I had to guess, it's going to be Ursaluna that's going to come out. It's going to protect, and he's going to try and stall out a little bit longer. That would be my guess. It is going to be Ursaluna. Okay. So in this sense, because he doesn't know, we're going to go Terra Blast. And we're going to go Terra Blast. And hopefully it is enough to take this Dusclops out. If it's not, I'm going to be sad, but we're going to see. Delphox does a lot of damage. The first rendition of this team, we were running choice specs, but I like being able to have options of Life Orb still does a lot of damage. I can protect. I'm not locked into a move, so see what goes on. There's a protect, like I figured would happen. He doesn't. I mean, you do not want to take double Psy Spam. Here's a big Terra Blast. Let's see how much this does. Is it enough? Oh, it's definitely enough. Terra Blast takes it out here. And we are in a very good spot. We haven't even... Oh, no, we lost Sneasler. And we still have Dragapult in the back, too. It's going to hurt really bad against his Dragapult that he's going to have no answer towards whatsoever. So he's going to be... he's going to bring Dragonite in. We just go for a double Expanding Force. And that's pretty much game one and pretty much why I enjoyed running this team. I understand that Psy Spam can be a very annoying, you know, style of play, but for what I've been running, it's been what I've been enjoying a lot. As you can see how dominant it is. I really wish we would have got a status infliction of Dire Claw, but it is what it is. I know there's different ways you can run Sneasler as well. So we go for first Expanding Force. just Oko's Dragonite. Easy, no biggie. I actually think that he may live this one from Indeedee. Nah, never mind. Oh, okay, we just crit. So, easy game 1. Didn't even have to use Dragapult. Didn't even matter that we lost Sneasler on turn 1 because we just kept Dusclops from doing absolutely anything. He had no answer whatsoever with the Imprison Indeedee. Hence why I very much have enjoyed running it, because most people are not anticipating it to be Imprison. And most people are not anticipating male Indeedee, since female Indeedee is vastly more popular than male Indeedee. But our rank is going to be improved. See where we're at now. Or it's not going to update. So we're now at 63 wins, 38 losses. The other weird thing with the team is our Chaladon is Power Herb, but it is also sturdy. It is not stamina, and it hits really, really hard. We're going against a Wanma, ranked 280, and liking the team, he's got Arcanine, which not many people are running Arcanine. I've seen a couple Hisuian Arcanines, but not just the Gen 1 Kanto Arcanine. And we got a Clefable, so what do we want to do here? Most likely that is either Grassy Seed or Focus Sash Sneasler. But one thing on this team is that King Gambit is extremely annoying. Extremely, extremely annoying. So it's trying to figure out how we want to get rid of that as quickly as possible. Kind of feeling like we go Delphox with... We could lead Delphox with Dragapult to really put a lot of offensive pressure on my opponent. Problem is, if he leads with Clefable, I do nothing. And I'm in a really, really bad spot at that point. I could lead with Murkrow at the Sun. Do a lot of damage in that sense. I'm almost really liking that option. I think I want to go... Actually, I want to go Sneasler. We're going to have an ED in the back because we have to have terrain control. And as weird as it may seem, I think I want to go Dragapult no matter what here. Just because he may not think that I'll bring Dragapult because he has Clefable. And King Gambit isn't going to take much damage whatsoever from it. But he might not realize what kind of my strat is. So hopefully that's what we're going on, is he doesn't understand our strat. With leading Delphox and Sneasler, it does give me options. I can switch one of them out. I can get the speed boost on Sneasler. I can just get the expanding force boost on Delphox. Okay. I'm actually pretty okay with this lead. I'm actually very okay with this lead. I kind of want to double protect, to be honest, to scout what he wants to do. Because he may Terra. I think to start off, we're just going... Yeah, we're just going to double protect. I want to see what the Clefable does, because it may Terra, potentially. So we're running Steel Terra to avoid Dire Claw. So let's see what he goes for. We're all protecting. We're all protecting. Being very... We all protect. We're all being very, very cautious. Okay, well, that was an exciting first turn. I kind of want to just go with Heat Wave and Dire Claw. Is that crazy? Is it not? He might predict that. That's the problem. You know what? We're going to go for a big Terra Blast into Hydreigon, and we are going to... We'll Dire Claw into Clefable. It's kind of my prediction. Even if he does follow me, at least I'm not going to go down to like a Dark Pulse or like take really big damage from a Snarl. Hopefully, I get like a Status Infliction. Okay, that's fine. Status Infliction or a crit would be amazing. No crit, so close. We do get a Status Infliction, but it is going to get knocked out by the Terra Blast. is a little unfortunate. I'm hoping he didn't just try to outright one-shot one of my mons with Draco, because that is also a possibility. It's actually Earth Power into Sneasler. That is not really ideal for me, but I will say we do have good potential here. As long as he doesn't bring in King Gambit. I still don't want to set the terrain yet. No King Gambit. I take that. Sneasler's totally fine. Sneasler is totally fine. What I think I actually want to do here... it could be Dark Terra. I'm not sure what this one's running. It could be Dark Terra. It could also be Flying Terra. I have no actual clue what it could be. And it could also be running Pokesash. So... it doesn't really have a good answer towards me, though. Honestly, I think I Heat Wave and I Dragon Dart. In case King Gambit comes out, I take super effective fire damage. Okay, perfect. Here's King Gambit. Exactly what I wanted. Oh, it's Rillaboom, even better. Which, please don't beat Grassy Seed. As long as it is Focus Sash, we're fine. We're fine. This doesn't take it down to Sash either. Dire Claw. Why did he go for a Dire Claw? He was fishing and he got a poison, which I'm okay with a poison. Because here's a big Heat Wave that should get a double KO. And we're chilling. Okay. I'm surprised. He's probably not running Throat Chop. Hence why I run Throat Chop on my Sneasler, is for those, you know, annoying ghost types. Works out a lot better to be able to run that, have some, you know, options with being able to take a Goldengo out, a Dragapult. I mean, there's so many different options that are running around right now, so really good positioning by us. We didn't even have to change the Terra. So I have a feeling maybe he's going to be... he hasn't Terra'd yet, so maybe it's Steel. I'm not too sure. But we do have Indeedee in the back. So if he does Terra, then I get free Expanding Forces, and I should be able to KO. If he decides he wants to not forfeit this match. But as you can see, oh, there he goes. Yeah, he didn't really have an out at that point, so as you can see, very much enjoying this team. I'm able to get very quick wins. It took a little bit of adjusting with it, but I really wish I could find the person that was using it on a Limitless tour and thank them that I saw the team, because it's just felt so good for my playstyle and what I'm looking for. And I do think that it's something that could be very good on like a bigger stage within a regional and whatnot. So we got time for one more battle, sitting at 527. Our rank is looking really good right now. I think the best I was able to get it earlier was about 91. I think was the closest or best I was able to get out of it. And we started trying a bunch of stuff and we kind of fell back. So, like I said, I do enjoy using this team. I'm not sure if I will have a rental code quite yet for this team, as it is something I'm still actively using. Not sure if I really want to showcase like the spreads on everything just yet, but I will have like a Pokepace if you are wanting to try it yourself on Showdown. It'll just be like the open team sheet one. That way you can, you know, fiddle with it, do whatever you'd like. I can't say that the spreads are too crazy by any means, but let's see here. We got Raikou, who's running a Wheezing Slacking team, and if there's one thing that I dislike a lot, it's Wheezing. I very much dislike this Pokemon. It is very annoying. It doesn't go down. It's tanky, and it makes me angry. So, I do know how fast Slacking is, though, so I do know who can outspeed it. It's probably Ghost Terra as well, would be my guess. So I'm going to go Delphox, and I'm going to go Sneasler, and have Dragapult in the back because it's so incredibly fast. And do I want to bring Indeedee or not? Indeedee is actually really nice here. Does super effective damage into Tauros, into Weezing, does big damage on stuff like Dragapult. So we're going to run that. I'm really hoping he leads with Weezing and Slacking. That would give me a lot of options. If he doesn't lead Weezing Slacking, number one, I'll be surprised. Most are going to lead with Weezing on a Weezing team. If he leads with Sinistcha, that will be a bit of a problem because he'll have free range to set up Trick Room, which is going to put me in a really bad bind. So I'm really hoping he leads with the Weezing and the Slacking. Moves that Slacking is most likely running, I would take a guess at, like, it's going to be Double Edge, High Horsepower, Sucker Punch, Protect. I feel like that's probably the most standard set. But I could be wrong. Could be something completely out there. So it is Weezing, Slacking. I'm just going to go for the hard prediction. I think he's going to... I could be completely wrong. Maybe he's not going to go for Sucker Punch. I feel like he's going to. He could also just Protect and then burn my Sneasler. It's also entirely possible. I sort of just want to double Protect. Part of me wants to double Protect just to scout. I also just want to go for the fear of him. Just to get damage, we're going to go Heat Wave, and we are going to go Throat Chop into Slacking. I'm going to predict his Terra. I know I'm faster, so my Terra is going to showcase first. If he protects, gets a burn, that will be super problematic. But I'm expecting him to Ghost Terra here. So please show me. Okay, perfect. It's exactly what I expected to have happen. If he went for Sucker Punch, yep. I think he went for Sucker Punch is what he was going for. I don't know if we're going to see anything like play out here. I have no idea. But we did predict him completely correct here. That's so unfortunate we don't get to see what happens. I don't think that disconnects on us, but we'll do one more. Since that was not really much of a game, we'll do one more. Okay, so funny story. He saw our Terra, and then he disconnected. So we got the win! Last opponents. I can't read it, but the rank is 1225, and I see a Smeargle, and I am angry because I do not like Smeargle. Very much so, do not like that Pokemon. But he really doesn't have... So I can go Murkrow. I kind of just want to go Murkrow of Dragapult. It's kind of what I'm leading towards. Also leading towards Murkrow and Delphox. I can get this Tailwind, I can get the Sun potentially, and then just start spouting off really big Heat Waves. Kind of liking that idea. Have Dragapult in the back, and then have Indeedee last. Indeedee can still do good damage. Gholdengo's kind of a problem. It's where I'm almost leaning towards going with Sneasler, but I also want to stop priority moves. You know what? We'll bring Indeedee. I think it's just better to be able to have the terrain. We can spout off big expanding forces. It does really good damage against everybody besides not really doing much to Gholdengo and Murkrow taking no damage. If we are able to bait a Terra out of Gholdengo, that would help us quite a bit, because most likely it's going to be the Life Orb set with like Protect, Nasty Plot, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball. I've seen a couple weird ones though. I have seen like Choice Scarf with like Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, maybe Power Gem, and then Trick to be able to switch out Choice Scarf as something else to lock it into Choice Scarf and have it, just have a really bad time. So let's see what our opponent leads with. We're going to see Murkrow, Goldango. That is as good as I could have imagined to get. I am fearing a Shadow Ball, however. So I'm going to Tailwind, and I'm just going to go Heat Wave right out the gate. I'm going to Terra, go Heat Wave. If I'm able to get rid of this sooner rather than later, it helps out tremendously. If it does Terra into what it would most likely be Dragon Terra, then I can switch into Indeedee and then get a really, really strong Expanding Force that will definitely take it out. If he doesn't Terra, I can set up the Sun, continue doing really big damage, be able to take out Murkrow. So I do have quite a bit of options going on for me right now. So we'll see what he does. Obviously, I'm going to Terra. Fighting Terra is nice. I'm able to hit things for super effective if they're Steel, Normal, to be able to do big damage. It's also a good defensive typing, though, for any Ghost types or Dark type moves that come into Delphox. I can resist them. So he is going to go for the Dragon Terra. Maybe it's Steel. It is Dragon. Okay. Which is totally fine. So he's going to most likely go for a Make It Rain. I'm going to get Tailwind off, though, so we're going to be okay. I'm assuming he's also going to Tailwind. Yeah. I'd be really surprised if he like tried to be greedy and went for a nasty plot, because I can just Haze. Does connect on both, so we get good damage on Murkrow. No burns on either. And he is just going to go for a Make It Rain right out the gates. One-shots my Delphox, which I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. That actually is not that bad for us, though, because now we have Dragapult. Problem is I gotta take this Murkrow out, because Foul Play is going to one-shot my Dragapult 100% of the time. So it's not the greatest spot, it's not the worst. So we're just gonna Foul Play there, and we're gonna Dragon Darts. He's gonna switch out Goldango. Whatever he's gonna switch out to is gonna take pretty good damage. I wish I would have saved Terra. Now that I think about it, I wish I would have saved it. I could have just protected. That probably would have been the better option, was just to protect Tailwind. Then I could have had a much better spot at what I wanted to do. But he'll take it out. We'll see what's going to take this Dragon Dart. Goes Dragon Terror, will do so much more damage. It is going to be the Annihilate. That's pretty decent damage, in all honesty. And I'm glad I doubled into Murkrow. Ours is faster, and we do take it out. Thank goodness, because if we did not, we were going to be toast for sure. Let me see what we got going on here now. Could be his Dragonite that's in the back. I'm not 100% certain, but we do take away his chance to set up Tailwind again. He already used Terra. If he does send out Goldango, it's going to be kind of a throw on his part. Okay, it's going to be Smirgle. Even worse, in my opinion. Smirgle's such a problem. So we can just Foul Play Smirgle, I guess. And we just go Dragon Darts again. I think we just keep going through getting as much damage as possible out. We get a crit. That helped out so much. If we didn't get that crit, holy moly. Does this take out Smirgle? Okay, so Dragon Darts is super broken. Dragapult is super broken in my opinion. That was... I didn't expect to one-shot Smirgle, but... And it wasn't Sash. That's also super strange. Okay, well, I mean, when you do stuff like that, why do you need to set anything else up? You just set Tailwind and let your Dragon do all the damage. Easy, one-shot. What were we worried about? We weren't worried about anything. It was... My goodness. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't tried using Dragapult, you should use Dragapult. Again, this team is a lot of fun. I'm very much enjoying it. I may even make a second video on it, because I really didn't get to showcase Sneasler all that much, which is kind of disappointing, because Sneasler's definitely the in my opinion, the star of the show. Maybe Dragapult's kind of overshadowing it now, but it is definitely the star of the team. It just does so much damage. Dire Claw's hilarious. And being able to land a sleep Dire Claw, like, has clinched me so many games. It's actually absurd. Again, I'm going to have the paste in the description of the video. It's not going to include like all the spreads and everything on it, but if you are wanting to run that team and try it out in Showdown, be my guest. But we are sitting at 371 for our ranking. Again, there's kind of the breakdown, or kind of a look at the team. Maybe kind of bare bones look, at least, with the Pokemon and the items. Let me know what you guys think if you do try it on Showdown. A little bit later, probably at the end of the month or so, I'll post like a actual rental code for the team if you are wanting to try it. I've had a couple of people already ask to try the team and have enjoyed it themselves. So let me know what you think. Got all W's in all of our battles today, which is wild. First video back in, my gosh, I think a year or so. I'm glad to be back, hoping to post more videos more often. And yeah, that'll do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.